guys, here we are. As promised, this video is a little bit more of a detailed how to work with a pendulum, to be able to visually see confirmation or not of the intuitive guidance and messages that you're receiving. So as I mentioned, you don't need to have an official pendulum for this to work. I do happen to have a few of them. So I will be using a pendulum for the purposes of this video, but anything, a necklace with a pendant, a bracelet, a paper clip on a string, anything that is going to have a weight on the bottom and be able to move. So whatever you have laying around your house. Before I had real pendulums, I used a necklace with a locket, actually. So that is more than acceptable and will work. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to connect with your pendulum and your spiritual support team. So as we've talked about, those chakras in the center of your palms, I just hold my pendulum in the center of my hands. I hold it nice and gentle. Feel the energy flow in the palm of my hands to my pendulum. And just thank it for being here, for working with me. I look forward to working with it, and I'm thankful. Connect to my spiritual support team, let them know that I'm looking for a little bit of guidance and clarity, and I'm looking to connect to them and have it be through the pendulum. Now, you're either going to know or feel when that connection is made, and then you're good to go. So if you're just starting out using a pendulum, personally, I come from an analytical background, you know that, so I like to know that I can't mess it up. So I always wrap it around my finger, and then there's no way that I can influence the movement of the pendulum. Holding it over, I hold it in my dominant hand and hold it over my non-dominant hand. And for this pendulum, I have asked it to show circles for a yes. So you can ask it to do a specific motion for a yes, or you can simply ask it to show you what a yes looks like. Either way. This one I have asked to remain still for a no. And I don't know if you can see on the video that the chain is actually shaking as it tries to stay still. And then I ask it what a I don't need to know right now looks like, which apparently is a side-to-side motion. I discovered the you don't need to know right now expansion a couple years ago. And what it does is it helps me to know that it's not a yes or no answer, so I'm not misinterpreting that. But I don't need to know right now means that I'm looking way too far in the future and it's not relevant. So it's my spiritual support team's way of saying, get back on track. Don't worry about that right now. And then you can then you can start your questions. So if you're just starting out with a pendulum and you're a little, I don't know about this, I always advise people to ask questions that they know the answer to, and ask ones that are right and ones that are wrong, and see what your pendulum has to say. So if I ask my pendulum, is my oldest son's name Braden? It is. Am I born December 15th? Nope, I'm not. So you can play around with that as much as you like. And the key is, if your pendulum isn't moving, in the beginning, it's because you're trying too hard and you're not allowing the flow. So you can try softening your gaze. You can try tuning into your breath. The key is to relax and allow it to do its magic. And in cases like this, apparently my team is agreeing with what I'm saying. The other really cool thing is you can just note thank you. When you've received your message, thank your pendulum, and it will automatically come to a stop. So I can't wait to hear what your experience is. If you have any questions, please let me know.